Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you're a first time subscriber, you're very welcome. So in my previous video, I had dropped the pattern drafting and cutting tutorial of this beautiful dress. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to join the pieces together that brought about this beauty. So without wasting your time, let's get straight into the video. So this is the front piece already cut out. I also went ahead to cut out a facing for it to turn the neckline. Didn't want to use a lining piece. Did the same thing for the back piece. Cut out facings for the neckline as well. And then I also went ahead to notch where my dart is going to be, as well as mark out my dart length. So if you've not seen the pattern tutorial video for this, I'll leave the link in the description box so you can follow along. So what I'm going to do now is head over to my machine and sew the facing to the main fabric around the neckline with 1/2 inch and turn it over. Also, I'm going to sew my dart as well and then press it down with my iron. I'm going to do this for both the front and the back pieces, and then I'll come back to show you what the next step is. So as you can see, I've gone ahead to sew my dart, pressed it down with my iron, sewed the neckline, turned it, pressed it down with my iron. I did the same for the back pieces as well. Now the next thing that we're going to do is to attach the lower bodice to the upper bodice. So I'm going to put the front part of the lower bodice right sides facing each other with the front part of the upper bodice. Hold it down with my pin at the waistline and then proceed to my machine to stitch it down with 1/2 inch. We're going to do same for the back pieces. So you take the left side of the upper bodice, attach it to the left side of the lower bodice, stitch down with 1/2 inch at the waistline. Do same for the right side. When I'm done doing that for both the right and the left side, I'm going to attach my zip, but the zip is going to stop at the half length. That is where the zip is going to stop. Attach it from the neckline to the half length. Do not go beyond that, and I'll come back to show you what next to do. You can see that I've joined the upper bodice to the lower bodice. I also went ahead to iron. Now for the back, this is what I told you, that you were going to join the zip from the neckline to the half length. You are not supposed to go beyond the half length. So you can see that that is what I did. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is place the front and the back piece together, right sides facing each other, and I'm going to stitch the shoulders. We're going to sew that with 1/2 inch, and then after that is done, I'm going to hold the side. I'm going to hold it down with the side sewing allowance that was kept. Now after sewing the sides, I'm going to go ahead to iron that, open it up, and then sew both sides of the sewing allowance with either 0.5 or 0.75 inch. You need it to be wide enough to take in your elastic. So it's going to be a channel that you're going to pass in the elastic to form the side drapes. So you can decide to also make a one-way passage for your elastic. And how do you do that? You take the sewing allowances towards the back of the dress and then just sew down with either 0.5 or 0.75 inch. Like you can see here, I made 2 channel passages for the elastic. So you can either do this or you just make one. So I've gone ahead to cut out my elastic. I cut out the elastic using half of what I have from the waistline to the hem of the dress. Now I'm just going to pass it all the way to the end. So this is what we have here after I was done passing the elastic. You can see that the side drapes is already formed. Now we're going to go to the back so I can show you what to do. For the back, we're going to go ahead to make pleats all the way from the half length down to the hem of the dress. We're going to do that on both sides so that we can equally have drapes at the back of the dress. And after I'm done doing that, I'm going to go ahead to close up the back and complete the fixing of the zip. So when I'm done with that, I'll come back to show you what next to do. And see here, I've gone ahead to cut out my sleeve already. This is just a basic sleeve, and if you do not know how to do this, that is not a problem. I have a detailed tutorial on how to cut your basic sleeve, either short or long. So I'll leave the link in the description box so you can know how I came about this. What I'm going to do to the sleeve is fold it with the wrong sides out and then stitch the sides with 1/2 inch. You can do so with whatever sewing allowance that you kept. As you can see from this video, I'm done with the pleats to be made at the back. I fixed the zipper completely, and I also went ahead to just attach the sleeves to the main dress. Now for the flare at the sleeve, I'm going to be using this organza fabric. I'm going to go ahead to fold this into 4, and I'll be working with my round wrist measurement. So if you don't know how to cut out a flare as well, I'm going to leave the link in the description box so you can follow through. It's really detailed. Now for this, the length that I'll be working with is 5 inches. So I'm just going to measure the round wrist measurement by 6.28. That is what I'm marking out. And when I'm done, you can see that I'm marking it all round. So when I'm done, it's going to form like a curve, a circle. And then from that point, I'm going to mark the length of the sleeve, which is going to be 5 inches with the weaving allowance inclusive, because I did not sew the hem. I'd advise that you weave it. And that's all for the cutting of the sleeve. We're going to cut out 4 pieces because 2 is going to go to one hand and 2 is going to go to the other hand. I'm just going to proceed to cut out what I had marked out, and this is what we have here. Now to sew this, you're just going to pass the flare into the hem of the sleeve, just the way you see me about to do. You're going to pass it in. So for the first layer, you're going to sew it directly at the hem of the sleeve. You're going to have like little pleats all around, just very little, because it's going to be a little excess. And then the next one is going to go like ½ inch after the one that you had just sewn at the hem of the sleeve. Okay, so that is what we're going to do now. And when I'm done, I'm going to also fold the hem of the dress. Don't forget that we've not done that. So I'm going to fold it in with the left allowance for that. And that is all for the sewing of this dress. So here is the finished look. You saw it at the beginning of the tutorial. You saw it in the pattern drafting. I'm still going to show it to you. Alright, so thank you so much for engaging and watching this video till this very moment. So if you liked this tutorial, if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, do not forget to give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to give answers. Do not forget to share as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.